Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hey, what is up guys? Hornets Fan 13 here, and yes, I am back-to-back shooting things. I just said goodbye to 2018, and now I am saying hello to 2019. That is right. This is our 2019 short list speculation video. Before I get into this video, please, as always, show your support, like the video if you like it, comment your short list for 2019, and subscribe to keep up with all of my updates throughout this year. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So, I don't have much on the short list, but everything that I have on there, I kind of have it for a reason. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 9 things on the short list, and we have like 7 maze slots. So there may be some curveballs, but honestly, I'm expecting most of these things to come. So I'm going to start it off with one of the most obvious ones, that one being Stranger Things Season 2. The Stranger Things maze, while it was not amazing, it was a success, and you know, people are going to demand for it to come back for Season 2, so they're going to bring it back without a doubt. Moving on to another one that seems very likely. This is a more recent property. This is a new Netflix show called The Haunting of Hill House. Unfortunately, I'm not able to comment much on this because I haven't watched the show yet. I've been too busy to watch it, so I can't really comment much on it. However, I've heard from a lot of people, including John Murdy himself, that the show is very good and that he would like to make a maze based out of it. So I think they're going to do it, especially given now that they have a working relationship with Netflix because of Stranger Things. Moving on to something I speculated last year. John Carpenter's 1982 The Thing. Do I think this will happen 100%? Not 100%. I'm going to be iffy on it. However, I think this is a classic property that they've yet to tackle, that they just need to get it done. They've gotten Poltergeist. They've done, like, every year they seem to get something big and classic. Like Halloween, even though they've done that in the past. Exorcist, Shining, Poltergeist, Thing. They get all of these big properties that are classic, that need to be done and have not been done yet. Except for Halloween, of course. The Thing has only been done in 2011, and that one was the, I would say prequel? Yeah, I haven't seen that one, I'm going to be honest. It was the prequel to the 1982 one, even though it came out close to 30 years later. No big deal. Silence. So, I think The Thing is a contender for this year. Moving on to another thing, I kind of did speculate last year, and it did happen last year, just not for us. This being Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I think this is gonna get what people on the Orlando forum have deemed the trick or treatment. So if you don't really get what that meant, in 2017, Trick or Treat was a scare zone, and in 2018 it became a maze in both Hollywood and Orlando. However, the scare zone was only in Orlando, so they were just kind of testing the waters to see if people wanted it. People wanted it, so they said, hey, let's do it as a maze. So I think Killer Clowns from Outer Space is probably going to end up like this. I personally did not attend Orlando's event, so I can't really speak for it. However, I saw that zone looked immensely popular with guests, so I think it has a very good shot at coming as a maze this year to both parks and getting the trick or treatment. Moving on to another classic property that's a bit and a little. Great job, Blake. Can't speak English. It's a bit less known than The Thing, but still has yet to be done, that being Clive Barker's Hellraiser. I think, given, Trick or Treat, John said, okay, I'm going to do it. Once Mike Dougherty does a sequel. He did it without Mike Dougherty needing a sequel. Why does he need a Hellraiser reboot? I think it's time for him to do it, so why not? I think he might do Hellraiser, however, I'm not really sure about the rights of that property, so it may or may not come. Hopefully it comes. We'll see. We'll see. And moving on to something that I really hope returns. Universal Monsters Round 2. Now, I don't think this is a 100% sure thing. I did build up a huge case for it coming back, but, the more John talks, the less I think it's coming back. My case for it coming back is they have no problem with repeating mazes in the past. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, back in business, that went 2 years in a row. La Llorona, that went 2 years in a row with just a few slight modifications to the finale. Alien vs. Predator went a few years in a row. So stuff like that. I'm sure there are way more examples that I'm not even thinking of, but still. Why not repeat Universal Monsters? This maze was immensely popular, probably had a huge budget, and it's John's passion project. I think he would want to bring it back if he had the opportunity to, and if he did bring it back, he would be saving a huge chunk of budget, which means not only could he make more additions to this maze, like say adding in the gypsy cart with the Wolfman and adding in Creature from the Black Lagoon into the collection room, he can also spend more of the budget that would go to creating an entire maze and spend that on something else, spend that on more mazes, spend that on improving the quality of mazes. And now, another property that I think could be coming. Not really a singular property, more like a thing that umbrellas properties. It goes by the name of Blumhouse. Honestly, I don't think they care about the fact that Blumhouse are terrible mazes, even though, 2017 it was ranked number 2, it was really not good. And then 2018 it was ranked low, ranked very, very low. But still, I don't think that it would be good to bring it back. However, I think they might, just to have the cash grab to promote properties such as Us coming out later this year, Happy Death Day 2 You, other Blumhouse properties that haven't really been tapped for potential. Things like that could be placed into the Blumhouse maze. Another thing that is likely is possibly original mazes. So we haven't really seen any of those in a long time. It's been about 5 years. We last saw it during Clowns 3D. However, Universal Monsters was an IP maze with an original storyline. So original mazes, I know John has original concepts. I personally asked him in the Q&A, hey, you have any originals? And he's like, I have them. Just depends on if we'll use them or not. Honestly, I don't think they'll be used. I only think they will be used if something goes completely wrong and they need to use the originals. And the last thing, it's kind of a curveball, but it's another thing on John's list. Something, fans have talked about for a long time, and John has talked about wanting to do for a long time. That being Pink Floyd's The Wall. Yeah, total curveball, right? Now, while I don't think that'll 100% happen, John does have connections in the rock industry. Especially, he's got a connection to the producer of that album. I think it was the producer, I can't remember. My friend Justin, HHN Mannix, he sent me the screenshot saying, he just talked to the producer from, Alice Cooper, stuff like that. Someone he's talked to help him secure the rights for other mazes in the past. So honestly, if he can talk to them and work it out, I think he might go for it. But I also think it might just be too obscure for people to understand and for people to be like, what? Pink Floyd? Because Alice Cooper, he's horror rock. Everyone knows Alice Cooper is, identified with horror rock. At least the people who saw Alice Cooper in the mazes. People knew Black Sabbath had kind of a heavy metal, doomy horror theme. Slash was kind of a curveball, but they knew he was just a guitarist and he made music. Pink Floyd doesn't really scream horror, however, it's possible. So that's about it. I don't really know much else. I don't have any insider info right now. Even if I had some, I probably wouldn't share it with you on video, just, don't want to get involved with lawsuits, especially when I want to work with Universal. So, that's about all I got. So, keep saying so. So. Like the video if you like it. Comment your shortlist. Subscribe to keep up with 2019. I will be posting more videos, adding more to the speculation as it goes on, forming lineups and stuff, using the hints that John gives. If he does code names again, which, it's been a long time since we have code names. We only really had one last year, but if he does code names again, you'll get more videos of that, but I'll be trying to do the best I can. And you've got another video. I'm not going to shoot it now, but I'm going to shoot it soon. It's going to be my rankings of everything from HHN. I'm ranking my top 5 scare zones, top 10 mazes, years, ranking the terror trams, all that kind of fun stuff. I'm going to be shooting that real soon. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.